Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in your favorite RPG. I hope you're not here to learn how to do character creation the right way, because this is the Cat Creation Podcast, hosted in part by me, Joel.
Hosted in other part by me, Avalon.
And how are you on this lovely Tuesday afternoon, Avalon?
Oh, I'm doing all right, just winding down and, looking for some nice, relaxing character creation.
Oh, you find this relaxing?
Yeah, a little bit. Do you not?
No, this is the most stressful part of my day. We're bringing life into the world.
That is true. But, I think, it's fun to do that. I don't think it's a burden.
All right, everyone, prepare the twit longer. Avalon likes playing God.
Hey, listen, I play Minecraft in creative mode sometimes, okay? I only like playing God a little bit.
I don't even have a Minecraft account anymore. Anyway, speaking of playing God, we are going to be playing a game that will have us making an entire world to put our cat in. Would our guest, who has been sitting quietly in the corner over there, like to tell us more about that? Actually, tell us about yourself first.
Oh, yeah. I will, yes, happily come out of the corner. Hey, my name is Will Munn, and I am the designer for Adept Icarus, and we make Arium, the world-building game. That's what we're going to play. We'll build a world together, at least part of one. We might not get to like a fully everything in it, all of it type of world, but we'll get enough so that we know what kind of world our cat lives in, and then we will make a cat in that world.
All right.
Heck yeah.
You've already told us you made the game we're going to be looking at. Do you have any, podcasting experience or experience with cats?
I have some experience with cats, yeah. I have had a cat when I was really young. I had a couple of cats, and my older sister had a cat. And then we have 2 cats in our house right now, actually.
Nice.
So, yeah, I have experience with that. And I have some experience with podcasting in that I have been a guest on a lot of different podcasts over the, years, probably the last mainly since 2020, I would say. I did for a little while have an actual play, but it was a live stream. But don't go looking for that because I'm pretty sure that is long gone. And then we've got a YouTube channel where I've, talked about game design a little bit and done some design stream type of things, live stream stuff, and some actual plays of our games. So, yeah.
Nice. Sweet. So, you told us a minute ago a little bit about Arium. Would you care to explain just what kind of game we're going to be looking at here?
Arium is a world-building RPG. It has currently 2 sort of main books. We've got Arium Create, which is all about, in 7 steps, make a world collaboratively with the people at your table or around your Discord channel and have a great time doing it. That's the goal. Something I like to say frequently, probably maybe too frequently, some people would say, is that world building is play. And so I truly believe that. I think it's one of the best times you can have. So I'm looking forward to making a world together. And then Arium Discover is the second book, and that is streamlined RPG. It's inspired by, I would say, sort of your classic RPG, but also inspired by Fate and also inspired by things that are all over the place in terms of games. I've played probably 200 or 300 RPGs, different RPG games in my life, and I liked things about a lot of them. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's a good amount, get a lot of different styles and everything, take it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to agree with you on the world building as play. I think it is some of the most fun that you can have. That's why, typically when I'm doing TTRPG stuff, I'm the GM because I love making a world and then allowing other people to, fill that world essentially with extra bits of knowledge,
Isn't it so fun? I just love it.
It's great. It's also so fun to see, reactions when you bring up the stuff that they put into the world and they're like, oh my gosh, I know that, and nobody else at the table does.
Yes.
So fun. Well, I'm excited to look at this. However, before we do that, we have some other rules to go over, right, Joel?
Yes. Actually, before we get to that, I do have a question.
Oh,
Is there anything in particular you think it's important we know before we get into either the world or character creation?
Hmm. I'm looking for like a great one-liner here, and I can't think of the right one. So no, I don't.
All right. Well, in that case, Avalon is right. We do have the show's rules that we got to go over. These are the cat creation rules. They're more important than the game's rules because they're the podcast rules. They make sure that we stay on target, on brand, and subsequently on cat. Rule number 1 is we accept no cop-outs. We are making a cat, the exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. No anthropomorphic races, no people turned into cats, no lions, no tigers, no other cop-outs you can imagine either.
rule number 2 is we cannot use homebrew/house rules. The rules in the rule book do not explicitly allow something to happen. We count it as a rule broken.
Yep. Rule number 3, if the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheet.
Do we have that?
Did you consider cats as part of normal play when making this game?
Well, for sure. Yeah, they could be. But the game is very, like, it's built in a way that it sort of enables you to have whatever kind of character you want. So I think a cat will fit in very nicely.
Okay.
Nice.
Then on to rule number 4, which is the character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. We cannot use homebrew classes. They don't exist.
Rule number 5, the cat can learn any skill available to its class, even if it's not something a cat could normally be trained to do.
Rule number 6 is if a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it.
Rule number 7, if the character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table, we leave that blank so potential players can make it fit the group that they're playing with.
And finally, rule number 8 is we have to keep track of every rule that we break.
Now, I imagine a lot of the world building stuff is intended to be done with the party, but you specified that you wanted to do that with us, so we are going to indulge that. Let's get into world building. And I think the interesting thing here is I would be willing to bet we don't have to break any rules to make our cat a hero. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong once we get to character creation. But if we get to build our world around the idea that cats can be heroes in it, then we don't necessarily have to break any rules designing our character.
I think that's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into the world building then.
Okay, let's get started. So there are a few steps to this, but we're gonna like streamline it a little bit. What I'd like to do in the beginning is just, in order to like inspire a little creativity, let's talk about things that aren't in the world that our cat will live in. That's our step 0 up here at the top, which is called Lacuni. So I already added one item on here. I put anthropomorphic cats. I think if our cat can't be an anthropomorphic cat, then there shouldn't be any anthropomorphic cats in this world.
Makes sense.
That was my addition to that. I'll give you both a second if you would take like one of these red sticky notes and you can just write any items, but just write one item per note. If you've got more than one idea, grab another note and write it down.
Okay.
I'm struggling to think of any specific thing that I don't want to see in the world, actually.
And that's fine. You don't have to have anything. I'm just making it open. And I'll just go ahead and set a quick timer for us so that we don't spend too long on this, but I'll set it for 1
Fair
minute.
enough.
Okay. No dogs. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, no natural predators to cats is probably a valid answer.
Yeah, true.
I'll go ahead and put that. Why not?
Okay. Do we want to remove the language barrier between species?
No language barrier is good. Okay.
That's great.
And there's 3. No anthropomorphic cats, no natural predators to cats, no language barrier.
I love it. Any others?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
I'm going to stop the timer then. All right. So those are canon. We aren't going to vote on these. We aren't going to talk about them really, except that we agree that these will be sort of founding principles of things that are not in the world that we're creating together.
Okay.
Also, when I play this game with people at a table, like a convention or people that I don't know very well, sometimes I'll use this tool as a time to collect lines and veils as well, or other types of safety tool concepts, right? I think it's a podcast, so I think there's lines hopefully we're not going to cross, but we should be safe there. I think you set up some good guidelines.
I mean, honestly, we could consider the whole cat creation rules section could honestly go under these red sticky notes here.
Yep.
Most of these are mechanical though. So yeah, the big no-no about like character creation itself is just the species limitation. So we already got that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think we're good then. Let's move on to step one. This is the universal step. And we're going to do the same type of thing so just put your name on one of these colors stacks here. We want everybody to have a different color for their ideas. And I'll put mine on one of them as well. Let me tell you a little bit about the universal step. So this is genres. So we can talk about things like fantasy, science fiction. You can get much more detailed into subgenres and things. You can also talk about tone and flavor, like we were talking about Batman before the show, and like a noir tone that has could be a tone. We want to keep these ideas really abstract, really more about feeling and less about specific things that might exist in this world. But I'll give us a minute to put down some ideas for what we might want to have this world our cat will be in. They won't all make it in this time. We're going to talk about them and we might vote a little bit. So I'll set that timer. Okay. So we've got a few. Maybe somebody wants to read them off really quick.
All right. Going from top to bottom, we've got deadly, steampunk, gritty, noir, high stakes, Weird West, sci-fi, comedy, cheerful, and fun.
Those all go really well together, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, maybe. I mean, you could make steampunk, Weird West, and sci-fi work together, I guess.
Oh, you could.
Mhm.
All right, so we did the like idea generation portion. Now we're going to go on to collaboration. We didn't do this during the Lick Uni, but we do this now and going forward. So
Okay.
these ideas that we put down, they are all possibilities, but before we move on to the point where we're going to vote on them, and we'll vote on groups of them potentially, we have an opportunity to collaborate and maybe group some of them together. There's a couple reasons why you'd group them together. The first reason and the easiest reason is these two things are basically the same. Let's just group them together, right? That didn't really happen too much in what we did, but it's a little bit there maybe. And then the only rule with that is that if you group them together, then the people who wrote them, this is why we have different colored notes, have to agree that they go together, if that makes sense. So there's a bunch of groupings that have kind of been made here. Now, I would say if your note is on that grouping and you don't like it with that group, then you should talk about it and take it off.
Okay.
I think I'm the one who moved all of these. I will justify any decision I've made if you ask.
I'm going to take Deadly away from comedy and cheerful fun just because that's mine. I wrote it and I don't want it to go together with those.
Fair enough. I was thinking Helldivers too when I put them together, but I understand.
Okay.
And I think I'd like to take Weird West away from steampunk and sci-fi, but I'm good with keeping sci-fi and steampunk together if that's okay with you, Joel.
Yeah, that's good. I get you. I do think if we were to go with like gritty noir sci-fi steampunk, that's something. If we mix Weird West in there, that's too much.
Yeah.
Okay. So given what we've got here, everybody feel good with the groupings?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay. I'm going to set up a quick thing where it's going to bring up a little dialogue and ask you to vote. And you'll get to vote for your two favorite things. And it's by grouping.
Okay.
Okay, we're all voted? Ooh, okay. This is interesting. This is good. All right. So I'm going to move a couple of these that didn't make the cut. They didn't get votes. Weird West, Deadly didn't really make the cut.
Yep.
Sci-fi and steampunk is sort of our number one. Everybody liked that.
Yeah, I think that's a good combo.
Yeah, so that's like our canon for this world for sure, that it is sci-fi and steampunk. We also got 2 votes on comedy and cheerful fun, and we had a vote on gritty noir and high stakes.
I think that I must have been the only one who liked the idea of noir steampunk.
I wasn't sure if the gritty nature would fit in with comedy and cheerful fun.
I get you. I mean, I'm cool with having a much more like bright and comedic world.
It's up to you. We can decide. So we can draw the line wherever we want to. We can say if it got 3 votes, it's in, and that's it. Or we could say if it got 1 vote, it's in, and they're all in.
If I'm the only one who voted for high stakes, gritty noir, I'm okay with that getting tossed. If we want to have a bright, cheerful, and comedic steampunk sci-fi world, I'm cool with that. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we have then. So that's our canon. So far we have, our Lacunae that we put together before. We've got our universal items, and we'll go on to big picture. So we'll do the same thing we just did for universal again for big picture. So I'll set a timer for a minute and we'll put down ideas. Let me give you a little bit of the pitch for big picture. So this is like, if there's magic here, how does it work? If there's technology, what's it like? What is the access level of it that people have? What type of government is there, I guess, if there's a government? Are there continents? Have there been wars? Things like that. Really sort of the backdrop and scope of a world that we'll use to then later build in things like cultures and organizations that are here, actual physical landmarks, places you could visit, people, goodies. We're not getting to any of that yet, but this is everything above that level. So we are getting into things that are a little less abstract now, but still the abstractions are really strong at this layer.
Okay.
All right, I get you.
Okay. All right. Got a few ideas there. Good deal. I'll read them off. So we've got a criminal underworld, easily accessible tech, robust public transit, corrupt government. Every cat can fly using tech. The cat governing body rules the world.
Okay.
So we need to bunch these together again? Is that the idea?
Yeah, if you have one that you'd like to propose to put together, just...
I mean, easily accessible tech and every cat can fly with tech. Those seem like an easy one to put together.
I like the idea of the cat governing body that is corrupt solely because they are inept at their jobs.
I love that.
I'm
that's
into
wonderful.
it. I guess these two don't really fit in the other categories in that case. The robust public transit and criminal underworld. They're kind of on their own. I mean, you could bunch robust public transit with easily accessible tech as well.
That's what I was thinking. I think it fits there.
I'm good with it. Yeah, put it together.
Okay.
All right. Wow, we're only going to have like one vote. So let's see what things we like the best.
Okay.
Takes me just a second to set that up. All right. Here we go. Okay, let's see.
Okay, yeah.
They
Makes
all got
sense.
one. They all got one vote, each of the three. That's awesome. So I think this is all canon.
Okay.
Agreed.
It's the only rational choice.
Yeah, we have a world run by cats. They are incredibly corrupt because they are inept because they're cats. But under their rule, the world has been made very accessible to people and animals. Cats can fly using tech. Public transit is incredible. But also, because the government is inept and corrupt, there's a strong criminal underworld who kind of actually runs things.
This is fun. Okay. Are you ready to do the next step?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. This one is culture and organizations. So this is like beliefs, people, heritages, legends, history, past events, secret groups, schools, institutions, stuff like that. So could be anything. I mean, I think franchises fits in this as well, if that were to be a thing that existed in this world. But yeah, all of those type of ideas. Any questions? We do 1 minute again?
Yeah, 1 minute's good.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Somebody want to read these? I'm just reading them to myself. They're a good time.
I got you. We got the Litter Patrol, the Tabby Alliance, the Claw Syndicate. There are people who believe there used to be dogs. Okay. Fang Mercenary Group, Anti-Cat Activists, and the Dog Party.
Oof. It's kind of like the Dragon Party, maybe, if dogs don't really exist. We don't know if they exist or not to this point. We haven't really decided, but I think we're at a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're saying dogs don't exist, or that dogs used to exist, maybe, then what does that mean?
Should we group any of these together, or I don't think any of them are like the same. Do any of them, would they be more awesome together than they are apart?
I think the Dog Party and Anti-Cat Activists can kind of go together because, like, maybe they are the Anti-Cat Activists.
I like that.
I don't know. I was just trying to think with the Claw Syndicate of, like, is there a group, like, what's the criminal underworld? What do you have in mind for the Tabby Alliance?
I don't have anything in mind. I just had a name in mind.
All right. So if they were another criminal underworld, potentially, how would you feel about that? Or another element?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So the Claw Syndicate and the Tabby Alliance could be rival factions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Litter Patrol and Fang Mercenary Group might be, like, the litter patrol could be actual law enforcement. Fang could be subcontractors or contractors or something.
That makes sense, yeah.
Private security, you know? And then people who believe there used to be dogs. I honestly feel like that if we want to declare dogs to just not be real, then bunching it in here, but also, I don't know, that might be a thing we have to vote on, is whether or not dogs exist.
I think I messed up because we have no natural predators to cats on our...
Oh, yeah, that's true. But that doesn't mean there's not dogs. It would just mean that dogs don't hunt cats.
They don't. Okay.
It's all Chihuahuas.
Oh, okay. They're all small dogs.
It could all be Chihuahuas. It could be that dogs just are vegetarians in this world.
Oh,
or
yeah.
it could be that they don't exist anymore.
Right.
I do like the idea of dogs just... they're just gone from this world and people are like, they used to exist. I'm not crazy.
All right, I think these are the groupings then. We got 4 different groups.
Okay, 4 groups. Here we go. Let's vote for 2 this time.
Okay.
All right.
So we got 2 with 2 votes and 2 with 1 vote.
Yeah.
I think obviously our rival criminal factions are in.
Yep.
Yeah.
People who believe dogs used to exist are in. What about the mercenaries and law enforcement and also anti-cat activists?
It's our choice. Well, okay, there is one other thing that we haven't been using, but there's a concept in the game called creation token, and technically everyone has 3 of them. If you really wanted one of these and we drew the line above it and said, hey, we just want anything that has 2 votes, you could use a creation token to make it real after all.
Okay.
Or we could just say we want them both if we want.
I really do want there to be like, I like the idea of mercenary groups. I'm kind of conflicted on this actually, now that I'm saying it out loud. If we're saying that we're building a kind of comedic, bright, and cheery world with a criminal underworld element, I like the idea of that. You can still have comedy with that, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Once we start getting into, like, the police groups, the private security groups, then we start getting into dystopian, and I feel like it gets a lot harder to do anything besides dark humor.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good point. So do we want to draw the line at 2 votes then?
I don't know. How do you feel about anti-cat?
I'm not super strong on it. I feel like there would be anti-cat activists solely because they're bad at their jobs.
I think I voted for it. I really like it.
Okay.
I would probably, if we were using the tokens, I would use one to put it in because I think it's great.
Okay. I mean, I'm cool with that. I think there are people who used to be dogs, formed an anti-cat activist group called the Dog Party. There you go, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I think it's fair to bunch these together.
Okay.
Sweet.
Fantastic. That is all of sort of the high level stuff. After this, we get down into things like, physical landmarks, places you could point to on a map. We could introduce actual people who could be NPCs or even PCs in this world. Goodies are like, items and stuff. Usually narratively relevant is the idea. I'm happy to go as long as y'all want to, or we could stop here and make a cat, I feel like, at this point.
I was also thinking, I feel like we have enough of a world concept that we could probably move on to character creation, because if somebody was to use this character and we go too deep into the world building, then they would have to use it in that world, essentially.
Yeah.
Which, isn't a bad thing, obviously, but,
I think, part of the thing is if we want people to be able to make this fit the group we're playing with, and we start going any more specific, we're going to alienate other world building ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is unless you just want to make it for the role-playing game part of Arium, and in that case, we could just make how to make a literal cat in your favorite RPG out of the world that we make.
I don't know. I think we've created something that's kind of like some good guiding principles, but it's also something that anyone else could still build on top of at the universe or the big picture level, or even the culture and organization level. It's like someone could say, hey, I've got this stuff. It is tied to my character. We have to use it. We can still build a lot of world around this.
Yep. Okay. I'm ready to make a cat.
Let's make a cat then.
All right.
So, how's the spring treating you guys?
Yeah, I hope it's nice and warm for everyone. the weather up in our part of the States has been getting a little warmer these past few days.
There's still plenty of snow on the ground outside, though.
Oh, there is for sure. There's a giant mountain of snow in this, like, strip mall parking lot that's nearby where I work. I kid you not, that thing is probably like 10 feet high, and it's still just chilling there.
That's a lot of snow.
Yeah, it was a ton. We're not here to talk about snow, though. We're here to talk about the show, bro.
Yeah, the show, though, bro.
Yeah. And if you think you know a lot about the show, or you don't know a lot about the show, and you want to be in the know to know,
bro,
you can go over to badgertrove.com/literalcatpod.
That's right, yo. I'm sorry, I'm done.
Oh, that was good.
I know, but I'm done. I can't keep doing it. I'm sorry.
Over there, over at that website, you can find a lot of different stuff. Mostly information about the show, obviously. You can find our socials, you can find our email, you can find a link to download the character sheets. It's a lot of stuff, and it's pretty cool. It's designed and published by our good man Joel here.
Hello. That's right. I designed a website.
Whoa.
Anyway, what else is there to talk about? Right, social media. You can follow the show at Literal Cat Pod on Blue Sky or Tumblr. That's about it at this point, honestly. There's a YouTube page, but it's just, I don't know, you might be listening to the podcast through YouTube right now, in which case, smash that like button.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe.
And if you're not watching through YouTube, rate and review the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you would like to get in touch with us, you can always email literalcatpod@gmail.com, where you can send us pictures of your cats. Please send us pictures of your cats, by the way. You're running out of time. You have to send us pictures of your cats before September.
That's the only way you're going to have a possibility of getting your cat on this show. Metaphorically speaking. I'm sorry, you can't actually bring your cat to the show.
Unless you figure out my home address, which you shouldn't try to do. Don't try and figure out my home address.
Just ask me. I'll give you Joel's home address. I won't give that to you.
I don't think Avalon actually knows my home address. Actually, no, they do.
I was like, unless it changed since the last time you told me.
No, I literally sent you mail a few weeks ago. You definitely know my home address.
Yeah. If you want to get more involved with the show or our specific brand of things that we're doing, I don't really know what to call it, you can go find the Badger Trove Discord channel. That is also on the website, I believe. Is that on the website?
Yeah, badgertrove.com/discord. Just read the rules. If you agree to them, hit the join Discord server button. It'll make you agree to the rules again, I think. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I've found to manage it right now.
You know, if it works, it works.
It works for now.
Yeah, you can hit us up on there.
And for the moment, there's no servers on that Discord server that'll prompt you to verify your age. So we got that going for us.
Yeah, true. And no government IDs from us.
Yeah. We don't need that information. I don't know why Discord thinks they need that information. It's just, they've decided they want to gather it for places where they're not legally required to. So maybe cancel your Nitro about it. I don't know. Is that still a thing we're doing?
Yeah, I guess if people are still paying for Nitro.
Yeah, I guess if they did implement that policy and you've not canceled your Nitro yet, this would be the time to do it and say, hey, I don't like that you want me to do this.
Yep.
Anyway, that's the only, I guess, activism thing we got for you right now.
Yeah.
Though I do encourage you, if you've got any local community organization, a lot of those kinds of places probably need your help right now. Yeah, just go spend a day helping out people who are helping people out.
Yep.
If you got time to spare.
And what can make a day better than making someone else's day better? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure they would value an hour or two of your time.
Yeah.
But anyway, now we're actually done with the activism part of the podcast, Avalon. Would you like to do any shameless self-promotion?
Yeah, you can go follow me on Blue Sky at Avalon Alchemist, and you can go follow me on Twitch at Avalon Alchemist. Resident Evil 9's about to come out as of this recording.
Heck yeah.
It comes out in like a couple weeks, so I might be up on there trying to get through 7 and 8 so that I can play 9. I've just been low-key kind of putting it off because I'm afraid of horror games.
7's supposed to be the one that's actually scary, too.
Yeah, it's where they stopped being goofy, which kind of sucks because I love the goofiness of like 1 through 6.
I think it comes back. Like, they put Chris Redfield in 8.
Yeah, so there could be a level of goofiness that I could project onto it, but I don't know how that's gonna work until I play it, I guess.
Dude, I saw someone saying like the other day that like the Chris Redfield on the cover with the wolf on like the other half of his face for the Resident Evil Village box art. So everyone's like, "Oh, Chris Redfield's coming back," and they've got like and they're doing something related to like the Wolfman tearing off his shirt art meme, right?
Yep.
And then that didn't happen because he was barely in the game.
Yeah, he was in the game for a solid like 5 minutes, I think. Again, haven't played it yet, but that is what I've heard.
Let's see. I should shamelessly promote myself too. Follow me on YouTube at OmamerVT. I tell you to do the others, but right now I need the YouTube subscriber.
Just the one?
I'll take what I can get. Watch my videos.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
How's that Twin Peaks video doing?
It's received comments now.
Nice.
The click-through rate has fallen down to more a reasonable number. But yeah, it got views. It got like concerningly high views. It means I have to make clickbait thumbnails from now on. I'm so sorry, everyone. But like, YouTube pushed it. It got clicks. Legally, I'm obligated to give the people what they want. And what they want is clickbait thumbnails.
People love some good clickbait.
I guess so. Anyway, let's get you back to your episode.
Yeah, get out of here.
So, the first thing we need to decide is what is our game mode? For Arium Discover, you have 3 different possible game modes, and it affects a little bit about how your character is made and a little bit about how the game plays. So there is the heroic mode, there's the normal mode, and there's the hardcore mode. The cat will be less capable the more we trend toward hardcore, and they will be more capable the more we trend toward heroic.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I feel like if we're doing a world that's a bright and cheerful and fun comedy, then hardcore doesn't make sense, but we could still do normal if you want.
Mm-hmm.
My vote's for heroic, personally.
I'm all for it.
I think heroic could be fun.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's do heroic. That's going to give us 15 character points to create our character.
Okay.
We can use as many of those as we want on primary attributes. So in Arium Discover, there are 4 primary attributes. You've got mind, spirit, body, and heart. So we can spend up to 15 points on those if we want, and then the derived attributes all get created just by averaging those numbers in different ways.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And then points that we don't use in that way, we could buy extra boons. We could buy extra goodies for our cat. But yeah, those are kind of things we can do. So if we're making a cat, like what would a cat's in this world, what would a cat's mind, spirit, body, and heart be, do you think? Or what will our cat's mind, spirit, body, and heart be?
Well, let's look at these attributes and how they're laid out real quick.
Yeah.
We have mind, which is mental abilities. It includes how clever a character is and how strategically they can think and so on. Body is overall physical capabilities. It includes how athletic, nimble, strong, etc. they are. It also contains a portion of how attractive they are, depending on the potential partner's preferences, of course. Spirit is the connection between the character and something more than themselves. The connection might be to an ideal of faith, purpose, luck, magic, tech, etc. And heart is passion and determination. We could have called it stick-to-itiveness, but it just didn't roll off the tongue. Makes sense. I had to hesitate before saying it.
I feel like our mind should be low, especially for a government official.
Yeah. Sure can do that.
We could make it really low. We could make it a 1.
I'm fine with that.
Is he aware he's alive?
He does not think, therefore he does not am. Now, are we saying that this cat specifically is a politician, or...
We don't have to.
Okay.
That was a joke.
We could go through and decide that now if we wanted to, actually. We could decide a name, pronouns, who the cat is, what their personality is, how do they look. We could do all of that right now. Actually, in the book, I think it's laid out that way, but a lot of people I've found tend to prefer to figure out what their capabilities are and then fill in some of the descriptions.
Well, you got it listed as step 1. Let's do that first then. So yeah, what's our cat's whole deal? Is this Mayor Whiskers or?
I think if we want them to be an official of some kind, I think it should be like a lower level official, so not like a senator or something.
Right.
I think mayor works.
Or Councilcat.
Oh yeah, on the council. Be good.
Let's see, Councilcat Mewolinda.
Mewolinda is great.
Councilcat Mewolinda.
I would assume she, her, probably.
Yeah.
Excellent. Who is Councilcat Mewolinda?
She definitely got into to office taking money from the mob.
Yep. Absolutely takes bribes,
Probably from the Tabby Alliance.
Uh-huh.
They practically bankrolled her campaign. Now they expect her to pay it back.
I like that. That's good.
What defines your personality? Will do literally anyone a favor. That's how she got in this situation.
As long as you smile and say please, she's got you.
Politeness matters.
Yeah. Could you please kill this guy? Sure thing, Jimmy, I got you.
Okay.
How do you look? Like a cat.
Is she a tabby?
Yeah, maybe she's got a cousin in the Tabby Alliance.
Oh, yeah.
So she could actually just be a tabby cat.
Mm-hmm.
Is she an orange one, or is that too much stereotyping?
Good question. A gray tabby, maybe?
Like morally gray.
Yeah, a morally gray tabby.
Definitely morally gray and not on either side.
Okay.
Also, my fur is gray.
Also gray fur.
Perfect.
I was gonna suggest calico, but I do like the idea of the morally gray tabby who will do literally anyone a favor.
Doesn't matter if you're allied, if you're an opponent,
Yeah, we got that one point in mind for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think I captured that her cousin is in the family.
Yeah, there you go.
Heck yeah.
All right. Feel like I know a lot about Councilcat Mewolinda now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's crazy.
All right. Are we going to stand by our idea that her mind is a 1?
I think so. I think we have to. If she will do literally anyone a favor, I think she has to. I think she has to be not that smart and not that observant.
Yeah.
I'd say probably low on heart as well, then, maybe. Do you agree?
I don't know. I think she'd be high on heart.
I was also thinking high on heart. Like she's not very smart, but she's very willful. Like when she sets her mind to something, yeah, she's like, I'm getting it done.
What do you think? Like maybe a 4 or a 5? That's a pretty good attribute score.
Yeah, I think a 4 would work.
All right. That leaves us with 10 points. So we could maybe even go higher on it, up to 6 if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can bump it up.
If that's a defining trait, yeah.
I think so. This is a character with a lot of heart.
Yep.
I don't think we've set up a world where spirit matters all that much.
Yeah.
And also, if we want to keep awareness low, then spirit should probably also be something like a 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for a 2.
2 works, yep. For body, I'm thinking also maybe a 2 or 3. Maybe nothing crazy.
Let's say 3. Middle of the road body-wise.
Okay.
I think we should bump the heart up 1 more then.
Okay.
Sounds good. So
yeah.
She's nimble, if nothing else,
Yeah. So that's 12 points we've spent. That leaves us 3 left over that we could use for some extra fun stuff.
Cool.
Sick.
I like that. All right. Well, I'm going to just calculate these derived stats real quick. So because Mewolinda's mind and body are 1 and 3, that's a total of 4. So her defense will be 2. Because her body and heart are a total of 9, then her stamina, very high stamina, 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the stats added together and divided by 2. Got it.
Yep, rounded up. And then because spirit and heart are 8 together, then willpower is going to be 4.
Okay.
And awareness, you already dialed that in, so that is mind and spirit. That will be 2. Not super aware. Personality, mind and heart, that's going to be a 4. And then offense, spirit and body, not super high, a 2.
Okay.
Okay.
She's a politician, not a fighter.
Wait, would offense be a 3 if it's rounded up?
Oh, you are right. Thank you.
Gotcha.
Okay, maybe a little bit of a fighter.
Little bit of a
Just
fighter. Little bit.
She's got some chutzpah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, that is the primary attributes. So that leaves us with 3 extra CP. But first off, because we're playing heroic, we're going to get 2 boons that we get to name however we want them, and 1 bane. We can roll for these in the book. There are D66 tables. We could roll for the names of these and get them randomly if we'd like. Or we can make them whatever we want them to be that is most appropriate to a cat in this world that we've created.
I am trying to find these tables. I want to take a look at them.
They're in the back. Page 58, 59 is where they start.
Yeah.
Okay, physical boons, ability boons. Man, that's a lot of tables.
Yeah.
Object features, combat features. I'm specifically wanting to look right now at the what is it called? Bane table. I figure that will be let's see,
Banes
physical
start on
banes,
page 66. Yeah.
physical banes, circumstantial banes, weird banes. Let's see. Circumstantial banes might be a way to go.
Yeah, there's a lot in here that are, 31 right off the bat, we already technically have. Owes money to bad people.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's very in theme. Should we put that in?
I think we roll for it because I think the way that we've set this character up, the fact that she owes them money doesn't really matter because she's paying it back in favors anyway.
Right.
So if we want that to be a mechanical problem, I do think it's still okay to leave that to chance.
Okay. That sounds good. Who wants to roll?
I
Avalon,
can
you
roll.
got the dice?
I do got the dice. Came prepared.
Heck yeah.
I just need to get them out of their cases.
If you're a cheater like me, then you might roll 2d6 and see both numbers and see what both results would be depending on the order that you put them.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. First 2d6 are a 3 and a 4.
So we can either have 34 or 43. Obligation with an organization. Yeah, makes sense.
Mhm.
43. Wanted by the authorities.
Mm.
I think obligation to an organization makes more sense based on what we've said so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cat who is in bed with the Tabby Alliance, whether she realizes it or not.
She's like, no, it's just my cousin Vinny helping me out, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, he asks me for things every once in a while as a result, but I owe him one because he helped me get elected.
Yeah. That's what family does.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay.
Nothing suspicious going on here.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure out a mechanical effect for that Bane in a minute. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Let's figure out what kind of boons she might have.
Do we want a physical boon, an ability boon, skill boon? I don't think we'll be using supernatural boons.
Nah, probably not.
You can also make up your own.
Why would we do that when we have these lovely RNG tables in front of us?
Okay.
Hey, part of the tabletop role-playing game is the part of the RPG is the RNG, you know?
You got that right. All right, I don't think the skill boons, there's too much on here that I don't think would be a good fit. Ability boons, though, maybe. And physical boons, there's some weird stuff on here, but nothing like too character breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we could roll 1 physical, 1 ability, if that sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Alright. Our numbers are a 2 and a 4.
On the physical boon table, that is distinguishing appearance or iron jaws.
Interesting.
Let's see. Distinguishing appearance would be befitting a politician,
I think so.
I think so.
Iron Jaws, though, I could just imagine that, like, we've given her 3 points in bodies. Maybe it's, like, part of what got her, like, you can put all the money you want into a political campaign. If nobody likes you, you might still end up with no votes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe part of what, like, won her some favors is, like, she could bite through anything. Like, ran on biting through the red tape or something.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to change it to iron jaw?
I'm down for it.
Okay, done.
Councilcat Mewolinda bites through the red tape.
She'll
All right.
eat up the competition. Alright, new numbers are You'll never believe 4 and a 2.
Really?
Yeah.
So
They rolled on
for
opposite
ability
dice, too.
For ability boons, that's knows the right questions or I never forget a face.
Oh.
She definitely doesn't know the right questions.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, she just doesn't care. But never forgetting a face is pretty good because it's like, I feel like she's like dumb enough to be like, oh yeah, I helped those people out with a job a couple years ago.
I've kissed that baby before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty good skill for a politician, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Okay, got it. Locked that in. Let's see. I think we need one goodie. Let me make sure. Let me go back to my checklist here. I think we're pretty close to having all the things we need, and then we can spend our last points. So heroic actually states you can have 1 or 2 goodies, so we can decide. A goodie is just something that's narratively relevant and helpful to the character in some way. There isn't a table for the names of goodies, but there are tables for the things goodies can do, the features of a goodie.
Okay.
In heroic, the goodies will not have a flaw. They will only have features. So we could have 1 or 2 goodies with 1 or 2 features. Should we just start with the first one? What would be a great goodie for Mewolinda? It's like some kind of counselor's gavel or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But that really wouldn't work for a cat paw necessarily. So,
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
well, maybe you slip your paw into it and it's got like a little puff, and then you can bang it down.
I'm looking at the goodie features tables right now and trying to imagine, like, what would the goodie be that this is the feature, you know?
Yeah, we can work backward from the feature. Do we want to roll?
I mean, obviously. But what table do we roll on?
Good question.
Probably not combat related. If we're on the assumption that we only do 1, we probably will do 2, but on the assumption we only do 1, then probably not combat related. We're building a politician first.
So you have asset features, which are like people that you
Mhm.
know, like contacts, and then you have object features, which are more like this is an item that I have.
Okay.
Although there are a few things on assets like loyal guard dog, rocket boots, etc.
Mm-hmm. I love the I got pals in the underbelly asset feature. Kind of fitting.
Yeah, you know, if we have a world with a lot of talking animals, then maybe they don't call it the underworld, maybe they call it the underbelly.
True. All right, let's roll our numbers. We got a 6 and a 4.
The mayor owes me a favor or repulsion generator.
Interesting.
Well, we know what the politician answer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good one too, because like this cat will get in trouble eventually. Mewolinda, she will be found out eventually. But if the mayor owes her a favor, maybe whoever's playing the cat could get away with something.
Exactly.
I think that's possible. So then I think we need a name for the mayor. That's the goodie.
Mayor McCheese. No.
I did jokingly say Mayor McWhiskers earlier before we decided on a council person.
That's true. I would be fine with just doing Mayor McWhiskers. It's a good one.
Done. All right. Do we want a second goodie?
You know what? Sure. If we're just going to roll for it anyway, let's do an object feature.
All right.
Okay.
We got a 2 and a 5. So we can either do suppress all sounds in the area or sense energy nearby.
Would a politician who is about to have a speech have an object that would allow her to force everyone in the area to be quiet?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, especially if you're on a council and sometimes things get heated on a council and you might just need something to be like, yo, everybody stop.
Yeah, maybe instead of noise-canceling headphones, it's noise-dampening headphones. Like, I will put these on and you will be quiet. Not, I won't hear you. You will not make noise.
You will shut. Oh my gosh, wait. What if it's just a muzzle that they put on other cats?
No. It has to affect it
has to
like
affect
a
an
wide area. But it could be, I don't know, if you had some kind of noise suppression technology, maybe they would call it a muzzling field.
Yeah, essentially. Can we make muzzles stand for something cool? Like
Like an acronym?
Yeah.
Maybe it's MUZL.
Okay.
Like it's an MUZL field generator.
I like that. That's wonderful.
I don't know what the whole thing stands for, but I know the M means mute.
Okay.
Yeah. Mute unruly something something.
Mute unruly zones like easy.
Wait, muting utility zone layer.
Okay, yeah, so just MUZL.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Like, the thing is called a muting utility zone that it creates, and the device lays down the muting utility zone.
Oh, okay. I dig that.
Got it. Okay. So we've got two goodies, two features, we have two boons, we have a bane, we have 3 points left over still to spend. So we could spend them. We could go back and change our attributes if we wanted to,
Okay.
and add some points to the attributes. We could spend 2 points on another boon, or we could add an extra like benefit to one of the boons that already exist. Oh, we haven't done the effects yet. Never mind. Let's do the effects, and then you'll understand how that works. So the boons, each one of these boons gets an effect. We can decide which one it is, but you can do one for each. So that's these little squares. So we could put one here. This means that you get 2 dice whenever you make a roll. It's a dice pool, D6 dice pool system. So you get 2 extra dice, which gives you more chances. This one, the plus one, is advantage. So you could get advantage on rolls when this thing comes into play. A6 means you add a 6 result. So say you have a dice pool of 3 dice. You're going to roll your 3 dice, and then you add 1 more dice with a 6 already on it.
Automatic 6, I understand.
Automatic 6, yeah, additional 6.
Oh, okay.
This one over here is re-rolling 1s. But you have to have 2 points in order to get that. So we could spend an extra point to get a re-roll 1s on one of these if we wanted to.
Okay.
The effects on a bane is basically the opposite. So you lose 2 dice, you get disadvantage, you add a 1 that's pre-rolled, or you re-roll all 6s.
Okay.
And we need to choose an effect for the bane as well. And our features for goodies also get effects, which are the same as the boon effects. And they can stack, but you can never have more than one of each of the 4 types.
Okay, so you can't get like double advantage.
Correct, yeah. So if Councilcat Mewolinda was in a situation where you were going to make a roll, and the Iron Jaws, I never forget a face, the mayor owes me a favor, and suppress all sounds in an area all came into play at the same time somehow, and all of those were the 4, each had one of the 4 effects, all 4 of those effects would apply to that one roll.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, but they never stack beyond that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think right now about the Bane specifically. Obligation with an organization, the Tabby Alliance. What would the downside of that be?
So
this is a cat who doesn't say no to begin with. So I think it's like, if we're in a situation where they're trying to get us to do something, we would have a disadvantage on any roll that I don't know if this game has like a literal convince roll, but I'm thinking in a situation where we're rolling to convince someone not to have us do something, we'd have a disadvantage if the person asking is from the Tabby Alliance.
yeah, so if they're asking, it'd probably be a willpower roll, right?
Okay.
So we'd have a willpower disadvantage when rolling against requests from the Tabby Alliance. But is it literally disadvantage?
It could be. Another way it could come into play too is if you have that obligation with the Tabby Alliance and you go to do something and you may find out catastrophically to your detriment that the thing that you just did is going to anger the Tabby Alliance. That's another way to think about it.
Oh, I see.
So you could just do the disadvantage, right? That'd be one way to do it. You could also do the add a 1, because if you get 2 1s on any roll in this game, if you get Snake Eyes within your dice pool, that is a complication.
Okay,
I think automatic 1 then, A1 is good.
Yeah, A1 I was thinking about.
Yeah, that could be really fun for the Tabby Alliance to introduce complications for your character, right?
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
that makes sense.
For never forget a face, I think it should just be advantage. Because, you don't want to run into a situation where your boon is, I never forget a face, and then you roll on trying to remember somebody, and it's like, oh, actually, I don't. Actually, I forget everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, how many points would we have to spend to turn that into a reroll 1s?
If we spent 2 of our extra points, we could turn it into reroll all 1s.
I think maybe we do that instead. Avalon, is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. That also works, yeah.
Yeah, so she is super skilled at I never forget a face.
Yep.
Never going to get a complication when it comes to forgetting a face. That's pretty cool.
That's what I'm thinking, is this prevents any complications from that. I feel like Iron Jaws is probably just a either a plus 2D or an A6 when it comes to like specific body rolls or combat rolls related to biting.
Or holding on to something with your jaws, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think plus 2D works.
Yeah, plus 2D makes sense to me.
Done. So we have our features for our goodies still to do, and then we have 1 point left. That point, unless we wanted to buy up another point, which there's a way to do that, but if we only have the 1 point, then the thing we can use it for is we can either add an effect to one of the features on the goodies, or we can add a new feature for a goodie, like make it do more than one thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But let's spend the ones that we've got. So we have one for each of them so far.
Yep.
Okay. The mayor owes me a favor, I think should be advantage then. If we're...
Yep.
Yeah. Because I think absolutely you should be able to, like, should be the chance of complications when it comes to that, because politics is messy.
Yep.
But if the mayor does feel like he owes you, then you might have a little bit more leeway getting what you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As for the muzzle, we've basically created something that has a conditional utility of if we need to speak over other people, right? Honestly, I kind of feel like having the automatic 6, like just one automatic, like this is a guaranteed point towards this.
I think that works because I feel like there would be a general knowledge of the muzzle, and like people are probably like, oh, when they pull that out, it's serious, you know?
Yep.
Makes sense.
The knowledge that you have one is a threat that you have to listen.
Yep.
You don't even necessarily have to use it. If someone knows you have it, they know that you can silence them, literally silence them, to speak over them. So you may as well just hear them out.
Yeah.
I like it. So we have 1 point left. One thing we could do is we could say, hey, you know, maybe the favor that the mayor owes me is really important and the mayor is really powerful, and we could add another effect to the mayor owes me a favor. Or
Gotcha.
we could straight up add a new goodie with one feature, or we could add another feature and name it and what it does to one of the existing goodies. But if we didn't want to do any of those things, we could add a flaw to one of our goodies. And if we added a flaw to one of our goodies, that would give us 1 more point. And we could actually we'd have 2 points again, and we could add a new boon or another benefit, another effect to a boon. It costs more for boons because they are intrinsic to the character and can't really be lost, unlike goodies.
Okay.
Yeah. What do y'all think?
I'm trying to think of a way to use our point to boost one of the existing goodies. Let me go back down to the goodie feature table. Let's see. Just from this list, this person opens doors could be a thing with the mayor. It's like, he will give me access to things if I ask him.
Yeah.
My master will know the answer. Maybe the mayor took us under his wing or something, and that's how he got into politics or got interested. So that would make specifically the nature of the favor one of an information exchange, but...
Well, there could be other types of favors. Like it could come into play under different circumstances, right? They don't all happen at the same time.
So like, it could be the mayor owes us a favor, but we got that favor because he was our mentor to begin with. And so even separate from that, we can call him and ask him questions anytime.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would be a my master will know the answer kind of deal.
I like that.
Or I think in this case, it would be my mentor.
Yeah. All right. What kind of effect will that have?
I feel like it would be an A6 because, like, if we're just being handed information, right? Like, we may still have to put the pieces together, but we're literally being handed information.
It could be pretty valuable, or it could be really, really valuable under the right circumstances, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I love that. Actually, I think that's great.
And that's our points, right?
That's our points, yeah. We have one last set of a couple things to do really quick. We need to determine the health resistance and the starting discovery tokens for Councilcat Mewolinda. So health is pretty easy. It's just the stamina times 2. So that's going to be a 10 starting health.
That sounds pretty good.
It's really good, yeah. And then current health will be the same. Resistance is defense divided by 2 rounded up, which is 1 no matter how you look at it. Yeah.
Yep.
Not a lot of resistance. And then discovery tokens, because it's a heroic, there'll be 3 discovery tokens starting. Those let you do things like add an extra die to your roll or a few things like that. Yep. No inventory spent. Inventory in this game is like You just have what you need. If you have it, then you mark a box and the box is reset. They reset in between like scenes or sessions or whatever. That's a cat.
We did it?
That's a cat.
Yep.
That's awesome. This is a really
Yeah.
interesting system.
Yeah. And again, I don't think we had to break any rules because we
No.
built the cat based on the world we built.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we already
Pretty good.
declared cats are in the government, so
And that there's no language barrier, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Right.
everything can talk.
Mm-hmm.
also we declared dogs don't exist anymore. Maybe they used to.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, they're like dragons.
Which, I mean, that goes along the lines of, like, what we said earlier, no natural predators to cats. We don't have to worry about anything that's like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna eat you.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think
Yeah,
we did it.
we did.
If there's nothing else to do, like, for the show, yeah, no rules broken. We built the world. We built the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think if that's it, is there anything else you would like to promote while you're here, Will?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, sure. I think this will come out a little bit before it is real and true and a thing, but we sold out of our initial run of Arium Create books a while back, and we have a few Discover books left, not very many. And so we always had a third book planned. It's a trilogy, and if you look at like the covers of it online, it's a triptych, so it's like one piece of art across the three covers.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, the third book is called Arium Evolve, and it adds like a lot of really cool things to the world building aspects of the game. It adds a lot of really cool things to like optional rules and things for the discover part, but also does a lot of downtime type activities. And a lot of them are system agnostic. And so these two books stand alone. The Evolve book, it'd be kind of nice to have at least one of the other books to go with it. But anyway, I'm digressing a little bit. The three books, so we're doing a crowdfunding campaign. We'll probably launch the end of March. There will probably be a follow page for it on Kickstarter when this goes out. But if there isn't, we have like a pre-launch thing on our store. It's store.adepticarus.com.
Store.adepticarus.com. I will make sure that is linked in the show notes.
Thank you.
All right, then. Yeah, go back that on Kickstarter when it comes out. And if there's nothing else, then Avalon, do you have a cat pun?
What does a cat bartender say when giving out free drinks?
Trick question. They don't give out free drinks.
Ooh, so close. It's actually on the mouse.
Uh...